All right, this is Christina De Jesus of Dynamic Dojo Talk Radio, and I'm here with Paul Factora at the Way of the Balisong booth here, right over there. Now, Paul, can you tell us a little bit about the Way of the Balisong, when work started on it, and when you think the release date of this video would be?
Oh, great question. Let's start with when I started it. Okay. Yeah, it started 2 years ago on a trip to Batangas, Philippines, which I haven't been back since like '99. And I went there to buy balisongs. There's a village there, Barangay Balisong, that's been known for almost 100 years for making these knives.
It's considered the birthplace of the Balisong, right?
It definitely is. It definitely is. And it's a common tourist thing to grab a knife before you leave. In 2000, there was a bunch of shops. I went back a couple of years ago. There was maybe less than 10 left. Yeah, and so that really kind of tripped me out. Um, I started asking around. I got to talking with one of the blade makers just out of Ono, one of the shop owners, and he told me how the industry is dying, and he doesn't expect it to be around in 5, 10 years. And that freaked me out. I said, why is that happening? And he told me all a bunch of reasons. With the old blade makers, pretty much passing away or losing their eyesight. The young kids, the new generation, they're into cell phones and video games and tablets and such. The guys my age, they're bailing out. They're going to the Middle East to get work. They make more money there. They work like a month there. They make a lot more than selling volley songs in a year or something like that. And so I thought, wow, this is really going to be gone. I'm an editor by trade. I'm a film editor, but I've always wanted to do my own documentary project. And on my flight back, it just hit me. I'm like, it'd be cool to document this before it's gone. So, yeah, I came back a few months later, did an interview, and the story just expanded. The history I found was fascinating. The culture was fascinating. Going on the internet, I traced the story of Benchmade USA, how the Balisong came over here, and Les Diaz's and Jeff Amata just popularized it. Now Les Diaz is a humongously successful businessman, the head of a multi-million-dollar business. Jeff Amata is one of the top stuntmen, in the world, and his first notoriety was making the Balisong book. Yeah, yeah, and of course, Rodan and Asano made the Balisong very popular. And I found those stories fascinating as well. And then on further research, I found just this new culture of Balisong flippers, Balisong makers, and collectors all throughout the world. All throughout the world. And the flippers have like their own culture where they've taken the art of Balisong flipping and have done something with it so acrobatic that, it's mind-boggling how good what they're doing. Yeah, and with the new custom blade makers, just the intimacy of their craft, of just really high-end materials and very like and very sophisticated production processes that they put in these balisongs. And I thought that was an awesome story as well. So what started off as a short story film idea on Barangay Balisong turned into this whole examination of a culture. And basically that's what Way of the Balisong is. I've been at it for about 2 years, and I'm almost there. I think I'm about 75% there of all my principal photography. And, and I was going broke doing it. So now I'm at the stage where I'm going to solicit help from the community. I'm selling shirts, patches, and a few trainer blades, here at Dragon Fest. I'm honored to be here. And I'm going to be doing a fundraiser at the end of August also to hopefully complete the film.
Oh, very cool. Now, do you plan on doing like any type of crowdfunding? Do you have a crowdfunding page for this?
Yeah. Yeah, at the end of August, I'm probably going to do a GoFundMe. Yes. And I'm going to come up with a good line of products that we can sell. And yeah, I'll be stay tuned for that. Follow www.wayofthebalisong.com, and I'll have all the information there.
Very cool. Now, can you tell us a little bit about the items that you have here? Let's see if we can get a shot of this. Where did the big balisong come from?
Okay, yeah, obviously everybody loves the big. Well, let me show you the contrast.
Okay.
They make them as small. They make them as small as a keychain.
Oh, wow.
And these are actually a big seller over in Batangas. Yeah. And then you got, your standard 12 blade, which is 10 centimeters long, and then up to the very most popular 29 centimeter 29. You know,
29. Oh my
Nueve.
gosh.
This is the most
Now with the audio, if you're not seeing any of this is a big Balisong.
Yeah, big Balisong. Um, they get bigger, of course.
This thing looks like it's 3 feet long.
Yeah.
It's
So there's this size, and then there's the big monster of it all.
wow.
Everybody seems to love. And there are people that flip this. When I was in East End, Philippines, I was blessed with a demonstration by a little 90-pound, 70-year-old woman just like flipping this like crazy, And I happened to not have my camera that day.
Wow, that's nuts. Now speaking of flipping, Bob, if we can get some flip action here. We got some guys here that are doing some flipping.
And Lucas, aka the Smooth Master, very high-end professional flippers doing.
These guys are great. These guys, considering that some of the people on the show are going to be listening only to audio, you're going to have to look up the video that we have attached to this. This is incredible what these guys are doing. They're doing like finger rolls and thumb rolls and just around the world kind of stuff and Ferris wheel kind of moves and stuff like that. Now, I have a question for you guys. Okay. Now, like in I guess the flow arts, they just call it flipping, right? Now, what would you guys think, or what would you guys say would be the difference between like recreational flow art, flipping, like juggling, and actual use of the balisong as it would be in Batangas, like a martial art? What would you guys feel would be the difference other than?
The big thing is what we do takes a long time. It's not necessarily for a purpose other than the art form of it. Where in Batangas, it's kind of you gotta pick it up, close and open it, and use the keel as fast as you can, fast and efficient. Where compared to us, we're a very flowy, artsy. There's not much more to it other than the fun of it.
Very cool. What are your thoughts on flow versus the martial side?
For the Balisong, you want to just be able to defend yourself with it, and for what we want to do, we want to be able to show it, the coolest way you can possibly do it, and something that people you can't just pick up a knife and flip it around because it's really dangerous. But for the standard Batanga style, it's more of a tool than it is a tool.
Very cool. Well, thank you, Paul. Thank you, guys. Now, these guys were talking to me while they were flipping these. Just amazing stuff. But thank you again, Paul, and we look forward to the release of Way of the Balisong. So, yeah, very cool.
It's an honor to be here at Dragon Fest and hang out with my good old friend Bob Dahl from the Chinatown JKD days. Yeah, what's up, Dormark? And check out wayofthebalisong.com, and I'll keep you posted on how the film goes.
Very cool. Wayofthebalisong.com. Well, this is Rusty, Dynamic Dojo Talk Radio. I'm out.